Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, here of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Therma Winter. In the west, we got Cruzz fighting here for Germany, Deutschland, the 130th Panzeraufklärungsabteilung, which was part of the Panzer there, which was technically the 130th Panzer Division, but just known as the Panzer Lehr. Versus in the east, we got Dullahan fighting here for America for the 5th Armored Division. Moving up for here, the United States to deal with the Krauts during the Battle of the Bulge. And we've got here Special Operations, Scavenge, and Breakthrough versus Mechanized Company here for Dullahan. We got bullets for Infantry Pumas versus anti-tank guns being cheaper, also machine guns actually, pack houses too, and cheaper upgrades to be unlocked there as well, plus a bit of reinforcement speed as well. Interesting choices there for Dullahan. Not very often used by any players, and certainly not all three at the same time, so that is pretty interesting there. We've got a cool wagon sort of here to grab territory. Sturmpanzer moving up more aggressively with more Sturmpanzer following up here for Cruzz at the same time. He could be playing in further aggressively there versus Dullahan. He could try and go for sort of direct storm movement straight for the cut-off point here and sort of try to keep Dullahan occupied there, but so far no sign of that. We got more barbed wire going down here for Dullahan's rear echelon troops. Rifle moving up, grabbing territory there. Second Sturmpanzer squad arriving for Cruzz. Full Scandinavians following up. Third rifle squad on the way there for Dullahan. No doctrine here for Cruzz as of yet. Kugelwagen just securing territory for Germany. Sturmpanzer engaging the rear echelons, quick pushing them back. And negative cover, they are quite easy targets here for the Sturmpioniere with their Sturmgewehrs. There we go, pushed away. No immediate casualties, though they are in a there we go. John stumbles and dies. With more rifle arriving here, he's going to need some more troops down south. We got the additional Sturmpanzer squad rushing down there, and he might even move. Though the Volkskonvois are heading northwards there, we sort of notice. So right here, what he's trying to, of course, sort of minimise the distance there is between the rifle and the Sturmpanzer, and the Sturmpanzer assault rifles more close to him. But in this case, though, there's a slight problem. While he's hiding there, he still sort of has to move there towards the cover, so that leaves him exposed there, out in the open, to the riflemen and their rifles. So in that case, that didn't quite work out the way that Cruzz had hoped for, but unfortunately instead the Sturmpanzer break off, move towards the centre where the Volkskonvois are now converging as well. Additional Volkskonvois on the way, and we got here the Dodge truck there on the way for Dullahan. Beep, beep. Kuban is going to be a bit of trouble. Getting attacked here by a lot of upset Americans. Forced to pull back, moves north a bit over there. We go, Sturmpanzer going straight for the cut-off point. Truck moving up here to support. We'll probably have some infantry pop in, I imagine. Troops reinforcing, more Volkskonvois arriving. Kuban putting back, not trying to support up here as well with the Volkskonvois around the cut-off point to further dig in, provide some sandbags right for the Sturm Pioneers. That could be pretty good, but there you go. Dart truck 10 from the north here, 50 caliber raking away. Where's that 30 caliber actually? That might just be a 30. Probably a 50. Volkskonvois here fighting versus rifle. There we go, taking some damage, pushed away. Kuban also did some good damage. Sturm Pioneers could try and repair the Kugelwagen. Looks like they're more occupied here fighting and down there. Riflemen take heavy casualties, trying to approach the Sturm Pioneers this time on cross open ground, and they are quickly sawed down by the assault rifles, leaving only the Dodge truck here to try and keep the German infantry a bit occupied. And we've got here weapon racks already unlocked for Dullahan. That is very early there, very early. Of course, also a bit cheaper, but still, most players would wait until they actually tagged up before going for any weapon racks here. But Dullahan has, within the first 4 minutes, upgraded already and can lastly get a very early BAR or bazooka. That is pretty rare, to be honest. Need to get the car form back. Dodge truck also moving back. We got troops here pushing up in the north. Cruzz so far seems sort of falling a bit about around the centre of the map. There we go. Kugelwagen heading northward, probably to deal with the rifle or reasons there. We've got a BA out here for some of the riflemen. And there you go, Volkskonvois on the fire, going for the cut-off point to recapture it. On north, you got riflemen engaging Volkskonvois, rushing across open ground. But BA gets Volkskonvois, so the chances of getting close and doing some damage are pretty decent. Rifleman up there, he's going to pop them inside there, creating an even more nasty composition there. An early Dodge truck with rifleman BARs and could do a lot of damage there. A lot of machine guns, of course, just an M1 Garands. They're providing a lot of firepower for Dullahan on the move. Ambulance firing up here to help reinforce any hill troops. Driving right past there. Good catch of Sturmpanzer out in the open there. Go a few shots with the BA arm with the M1 Garand. Sturmpanzer goes in quickly on to half health there. Pretty good there for the rifle. Rifle occupying the Volkskonvois at the church. going for the carve point, gonna now deny Cruzz his fuel. Cheeky, Rifle flanking in from the south, but they are in, or east specifically, so they are in a bit of a bad condition. In the more around the centre, things continue. We got Cruzz here sending some planes southwards. We've got mechanized engine on the way here, could go for a Puma or Lux here, that could cause the Dodge truck some problems. Moving away there from the carve point, one wants to sort of try and deal with some other units, in this case the Kuhwagen looks to be the target. There you go, straight into a lot of firepower there, BARs, 50 caliber, M1 Garands, quickly down to half health, jump trying to support there, also now exposing themselves to a lot of heavy fire there from the Americans, split 21 for the rifleman there with the BAR. We also got here early bazookas for Dullahan, quickly his re-echelons with that, to ensure he's not going to get, say, caught off guard by, say, a quick Lux or anything like that. So that's a pretty nice move there by Dullahan, trying as much as possible to make full use of the weapon racks, probably more than most American players would. And also mechanized, of course, let's see how much he makes use of mechanized. Almost got the Kugelwagen there, almost. Fighting in the centre continues here, the Fulters versus Rifleman. The Rifleman's pretty much got this one. In the south, the Stone Pioneers advance continue. Going back for the carve point there, Dodge truck, mostly on right Rifleman side as well. And we got a KEDMF out here for Cruzz to provide a bit more anti-tank support. And there we go, Panzer Schräg up, Raketen Panzerbüchsen, as it was also known, or rocket anti-tank rifle, something like that. Good hit there, Rifle needs to get out. Of course, they're taking a lot of damage from the Rifleman as well, popping out the Cruzz, well, hoping to draw with fire, but still, Panzer flies and knocks out the Dodge truck, leaving him now with a bigger crew he can't really do much with. Though of course he could upgrade it with, say, more bazookas or BARs, add its bit to the firepower there. Strumps getting the rifle, quickly push back. US tiny there with bazooka. Do they have one or two though, I wonder? Looks like just one bazooka there. They could actually get another one now. Looks on the way there for Cruzz. There we go, bit of fire there, there's the rifle moving up there with the BAR. And we got their lieutenant out, so he has taken up for the lieutenant. We also got grenades on the way. He's really getting most of the upgrades here for the rifleman very early. Most players, in fact, would tend to just choose one or two, maybe get the second one much later in the game, but here Dullahan has very quickly gone for both grenades and BARs. And he's obviously, in this case, making a sensible move then going for munitions counterattack to support it, since otherwise that's going to be rather munitions intensive. So, good thinking there by Dullahan. Clearly a strategy is underway there.
A capture point.
An infantry-centric strategy so far. Pretty interesting stuff there again. You normally just not see this kind of stuff there, but Dullahan, he's going for it. Quickly sounding the Dodge truck here for a bit of extra resources. Cruzz has yet to choose doctrine. Luke's sending out there. Then he's on the Panzer II, though in some sense a rather departure from the older one. Had a lot of newer parts and bits. Almost got the big crew, there we go, wipes them out. Pearson's moving up there, still equipped with only one bazooka, though that could still be a fit enough there to the Panzer II. If utilised properly, though it would be easy if he had to control the house there. Looks like he does not really, they're getting plastered with heavy fire. He's got another bazooka out here, looks like on some of the riflemen. They're not fully upgraded bazookas, so there's room for another BAR just to sort of ensure they still also got some anti-infinite firepower. Trot on the way there for Cruzz again, probably going to be a battle group headquarters. Lieutenant a bit of trouble. Looks like the Lux are going to ignore him. He's going to go for the rear instead. And there we go, rifleman flanking. There we go, another bazooka on the Lux. Almost, in fact, down to half health below it. Up north, Kugelwagen in a bit of trouble as well soon. The rifle continuing. There we go, almost got the Lux. Almost got the Lux. That's just shooting a pair of bazookas ultimately there for Dullahan. A half-track on the way for Dullahan. Interesting move there. Interesting move. His opponent's got plenty of anti-tank and a light tank. The air half-track might not quite do as fully correctly there as it could. But of course, we'll have to see how it goes. But I guess, you know, with the bazookas there, he just wants something that can, you know, under the right circumstances, can do some damage to the Lux. But it's still going to be a bit tricky, in particular like KEDMF, which could creep up and just fire away at it. Rifleman grabbing territory on the south. He's pretty much got every single squad now upgraded with something, either BARs or bazookas, though probably not a lot heavily. And of course, we could also consider upgrading Lieutenant with an additional BAR. He rather benefits from that, actually. So far, so good. Cruzz a bit on the back foot here against the Americans. Troops enforcing, battle group headquarters almost done. Luke's receiving vitally needed repairs. Going for the fuel, Kugelwagen hiding away. Hoping to avoid the eyes of the American army. And there we go, a half-track on the way there. Quiet and a bit of shooting. By the sound of it. Oh, a smoke screen. He actually laid down a smoke screen here to cover his capture of the field there. Interesting, interesting. Not normally you'd see that, in particular since there's no enemies nearby, but I guess Dullahan here was not taking Cruzz lightly, in particular it looks was rushing in, though it would buy him some time then to just grab the point or at least avoid fire. So I mean, an interesting move there, certainly. In the south, we've got Riflemen versus Storm Pioneers, BAR there versus Assault Rifles. We've got the Looks moving in, the Riflemen might actually get shredded in a matter of moments. No anti-tank support covering up there, no mines, no nothing, low on health, numbers, and running through a lot of negative cover. That's probably going to be a wipe there, unless either Dullahan gets absurdly lucky, which he didn't. And the A-half there is trying to move in, but it might be a bit too late. They're shooting away, Riflemen getting some good damage in the Storm Pioneers, but they're going to face off against the Looks as well. Half-tech continues to move downwards, Rears is moving in there with a bazooka, probably should upgrade into a second one. Rifleman replacement on the way, the Lieutenant pushed back, heavily wounded. Looks there a bit damaged with the engine. Trying to hunt it down, we got Kuhwagen and other bits that are moving about as well. In the north, pressure continues against Cruzz as well. 130th Panzer Aufklärung up tiny bit under pressure here. Now we go to oh dear! Poor timing here, taking fire from the Looks, and we got Fulton up with a Panther Strike. Heavy damage to that main gun wreck, Rear Sun's retreating.
A capture point is under attack.
Did not work out too well there for Dullahan. And there we go, grenade off from Dullahan's rifleman, forcing the Fulton with this retreat. And while Volksgunner divisions would have had Panther Strikes, they would not have been sort of allocated on a squad level. They were specifically their tank destroyer battalions, basically, or companies, though basically just infantry with the Panther Strikes. Most Volksgunner divisions had a very low number of actual anti-tank guns, which they weren't quite happy about. They would have equipped heavily with Panzerfaust, so some would have had assault rifles or light machine guns, but generally Panther Strikes on the squad level, no. I mean, in that sense, again, these Volksgunners don't really have much to do with actual Volksgrenadiers, actually. Looks moving about there. Right a bit out in the open with no weapons at all. Smoke's going down here to cover the retreat. Not bad. It does take a bit of time to fire the smoke rifle grenade. There we go, rifle flanking, but at the same time we got infantry about to cover up, sort of screen the Looks against it. There we go, ramping a pretty bad position. No support, our got Reese moving up here. A half-tech ready to fight again. Cruzz really striking back here. Dullahan. Risk losing some more rifling. That would be pretty harsh loss there for Dullahan. Looks like they just barely make it out there. We got rifling up the support. Not the Lieutenant actually engaging the Storm Pioneers, pushing them back. Nothing further back at the basic sit. We got capture on the way for Dullahan. So he's adding now more bazookas to the proceedings. More anti-tank, of course, also the option of anti-tank guns. Pack howitzers and Stuart light tanks.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Going for the field there with some Storm Pioneers. Lieutenant's being pushed a bit back there by the Looks. Another smoke's been down there. He's certainly making tactical use there of the smoke to sort of deny usage of his opponent's weaponry to a certain extent there. Not bad. Oh dear, half-tech there in a bad position. Taking hit already. There we go. Looks moving in. Getting caught on the move here, which means he can't fire its big gun. Which means the Looks basically has free move to do whatever it wants to. And with that, the A half-tech is down. Didn't manage to do too much there. Bold attempt by Dullahan, but ultimately the A half-tech just really didn't have the ability to make much of an impact here with the Looks out. And particularly not the way he was using it, which was a lot more freely. We got a Stuart on the way, and that's probably going to do a lot better there for Dullahan. Still only one bazooka on the re-echelons, not more. Not only say BARs. North Foot was advancing, still controlling the cut-off point here. There was an upgraded rifleman. Looks like he got BAR and bazookas on those chaps now. Good. Captain covering here alongside the re-echelons, forming an anti-tank kill zone there. And we're getting a 50 caliber now here for Dullahan as well, besides the Stuart. Another smoke screen there, but there we go. Luke's moving in. And of course, we got the rifleman up there with another bazooka. Rifleman pushed away here, but the Fult's going to do this. Rifleman pushed back with the Looks. Eventually, two, but there you go. Reactions flanking in there with another bazooka. A lot of bazookas there for Dullahan. Bazookas, I believe, actually would have been equipped more on the squad level, comparatively. Fun fact there. Captain moving up. Looks there, could get knocked out, And Looks gets knocked out. Nasty blow there to Cruzz, who's yet to, by the way, choose a doctrine. Has yet to further take up. What will Cruzz do in response to this? But again, over the Steward light tank out in the field here. Fortunately, they're being engaged by the Steward and his 37mm gun and some actual machine guns plus a whole one, I believe. And we got aerial reconnaissance and we got an Ostwind plus Jaegers now running in for Cruzz. So he's gone for scavenge. Technically, there weren't any Jaegers to sort of really fought during the Battle of the Bulge. The closest you had was basically Scorsini's SS Jaeger unit. Can't remember if it was a full division or just a battalion or regiment. Sort of a special operations unit. Fun fact there.
Send your orders.
Actually, I think it was the 130th SS Panzer Brigade or something like that it was actually called.
Capture point is under attack.
Fun fact there. Anyways, Ostwind out as well here for Cruzz in attempts to punish Dullahan with a lot of infantry, but at the same time it is infantry heavily equipped with bazookas, so it's not going to have the same effect there had it, say, been without bazookas or some other army. Mines stay out in the open, got grenades off there, doesn't quite work out. Bazooka hits the Ostwind. Rifleman makes out, they just barely though. Rear stuns, Captain Harry back there, Rifle taking fire as well. I mean, he's probably got like 5 bazookas at least sort of spread around his troops. That's a lot. And he's actually going for a second Steward now. That is pretty rare as well. Most players, again, would just go for a single Steward or wait for the first one to get blown up. But Dullahan, alongside all of his bazookas, is actually investing into more than one Steward at a time, adding in some more light armor to support his infantry, because of course also used to sort of help there with bazookas. I mean, stun round, for example, then joining in with bazookas could, allow the bazooka to much more easily deal with, say, an Ostwind. That's certainly a lot of interesting play there from Dullahan, moving from the north with another bazooka. Ostwind there taking another nasty hit. Steward continues to move around here, and he's just using the vehicle to grab territory, using it very aggressively. Fox was fighting from there. Got more Jaegers here from Cruzz, infiltrating and flanking behind Dullahan's lines, but there we go, second Steward light tank arrives.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Cooper heading northwards. They're shooting there up north. Fox is pushing back there with the lieutenant. Steward needs to be careful. Nothing further here from Cruzz. Though certainly going for the Ostwind like that will delay any further sort of, attack up there, and say, for example, going for Orbals of Darden, Panther Falls, and so on. 50 caliber here fighting away slowly. Oh, there we go, Veterans Run actually. Up north, Fox actually ran out and killed him versus the Steward. I think that was a poor choice there by Cruzz, giving the Steward there much better chance of actually killing them. Here, Jaegers are finally pushed out of the house. The second Steward proving to be too much, and there we go, 50 caliber covering the retreat path. Could be a bit costly there for Cruzz's Jaegers, and there you go. Franz falls dead. His stomach riddled to pieces. Ostwind moving up there to flush out the 50 caliber crew, and Sergeant Pearson might have to consider getting out of there. Steward Price also moving in. Steward moving up to support with Rifle moving in as well. Oh, the Steward's actually not. Oh, it is. Sergeant Roberts scores an excellent hit. In the north, continued his harassment using a Steward light tank, with Bazooka infantry moving ahead. Interesting sort of combo. If you'd actually support it with the Steward, it'd been pretty good there, I think, versus the Ostwind here right now, which just moves in. There go, lots of bazooka fire there. Ostwind almost down to half health already. He would actually use the building here, but for some reason, Dullahan's avoiding the house there. Otherwise, we probably could have gotten some more hits in there on the Ostwind flak panzer. And we got a boom on the way there for Cruzz. A response there, I imagine, to the Stewards. Jaeger's being pushed around there a bit. Riflemen gaining veterans who won. And overall, just Dullahan's quickly securing most of the map. They're using a mix of upgraded infantry and light tanks, plus the 50 caliber hit, helping him sort of control any large infantry formations. Cruzz might sit out in the field, which is going to have to force Cruzz to have to deal with that somehow. But in terms of sort of force composition, it's alright to a certain extent. The problem is just with more PARs out, the Footmen are going to not quite pull their weight. And neither will the Jaegers entirely. They're more for just supporting other infantry with their marksman abilities. The Steelfighters are alright, but they haven't quite seen enough combat there for Cruzz, I think. If we all benefit from tech, I'm going for some Orbals of Darden. Almost veterans one there. Same there. It's time here for the mid-game analysis in terms of damage. Dullahan's hit in terms of kills. Cruzz is ahead, so they're actually very close, though again we note here that Dullahan has lost more units, so again, I mean in that sense, again Cruzz is further ahead. in terms of army value. It's been a lot closer between the two. There's been a few points with Cruzz elite, but now it's sort of more Dullahan in the elite resource float-wise. Cruzz is sort of more floating about there. Dullahan's rather been sort of consistently just spending all his resources either for early upgrades, grenades or something there. He's not just the type to float up. He's also clearly got more of a strategy in mind there, and he's so far pursuing it quite well in terms of points held. Again, it's also rather clear there. So again, Cruzz is getting more kills, but again, that's because Dullahan is constantly on the offensive, and just being aggressive to a certain extent will result in more casualties to a certain point. There's, of course, you can sort of really pull off a supreme maneuver and just wipe out a lot of Cruzz's units at once. Though so far, Dullahan hasn't quite been able to pull that off. So that's a little bit there to consider. But for Cruzz, again, I do think he needs to consider taking up soon enough and get some heavier infantry. I mean, Jaegers can work alright, but only to a certain point alongside everything else. He needs to sort of work them with other units so they can actually sort of make use of their ability to just finish off wounded units better. The Storm Pioneer certainly also needs to be sort of kept in a better condition, and the Volkskunde as well. He needs to be careful of that because, again, they just can't compete with other infantry that's been upgraded. That's basically sort of one of the bigger flaws of Volk, because once you upgrade the Patricks, you make it worse. And even with veterans, I mean, they're still going to struggle, say again, other veteran infantry, again, if it's upgraded with BARs. And again, that's rather, what Dullahan is aiming for. In fact, he's got, I think, double BARs now on the lieutenant here, which is a definite problem for any infantry, in particular if he hits veterans if free. And of course, that's the lieutenant himself, that's Thompson. So, in that sense, Cruzz is going to be struggling a bit there in the infantry department, and he's going to need some orbitals done because, well, event for scavenge, so he's got no other infantry to sort of call in that can sort of, carry the weight there. Of course, another option here for Cruzz also to consider is using booby traps, using his Jaegers, though of course the Orbison can also do that in that way, bleed out Dullahan a bit here and there. I mean, for example, imagine him moving in a Stuart light tank, trying to get a point, booby trap, crew wiped, then he can grab the tank and sort of use that against Dullahan. I mean, there's a few options there for Cruzz in just considering using booby traps. The Puma's not bad though, but again, if even if he pushes back Dullahan, if then Dullahan takes up Ghost Rama, the Puma's going to be struggling a bit. So Cruzz needs to take up himself, I think, eventually, and bring up some, armor and some heavier infantry that can sort of really take the task there to Dullahan. For Dullahan, the options there are many. Obviously, I think you should consider taking up soon, maybe going for some extra caches to help with fuel, or just keep up the pressure. And I think you should also at some point, convert the stewards together to sort of work together in a larger formation. That way, being more nasty, and that way having a better chance of surprising a tank or vehicle, using shell shock, and then of course, say some infantry with bazookas. That way, you could probably clear out something reasonably quick with a good chance, as long as not saying something bigger like a Panzer IV. Which so far again is not what Cruzz has on the field and won't be able to get anytime soon. Doctrinal usage would be nice if we still were to use it more. I mean, he could consider the M3 half-track assault group just to get some assault units laid down in the mines. He could always just call the half-track itself back and get most of the resources back that way. Though of course it is a bit of an obtuse method to get, just some assault units. But it's an option there for Dullahan, and would result in actually having some mine-laying capabilities, which I think would benefit him quite nicely here across the map, since he's rather to a certain extent now on the defensive. But otherwise, take up, get out some armor, and throw in as many BARs in the infantry as you can, I think would also be a good choice. And if the resistance can fit on another bazooka, give them another bazooka, damn it. So, back to the fight here. Cruzz to the back foot, we got the Puma setting out there, with 234-2, which was his technical designation. Kuban into problems with a BAR and a bazooka. Cruzz could lose the Kubelwagen. 9 kaput. Of Northeast to engage the Puma. Oh, Stuart Mans has done it. Rifling up with the bazooka. Stuart needs to get away. Gonna get close here. Rifling in there with the bazooka as well. Osman fighting here around as well to support and cover. Unit wiped out, at least the BAR dropped. That was actually the lieutenant. Both BARs dropped. That's a huge loss there for Dullahan. Rifle might be able to get one there, but still, if Cruzz be able to get both of them, particularly on the Jaegers, I think that could have been a lot of trouble there for Dullahan's men. But there you go, still one left behind. Should go for it, Loss. Folks about to get wiped. Rush the Jaegers in sprint. Sprint for the BAR, Cruzz. Stewart pulling back there, so he's still got both Stewards. We've got the Puma ringing after the other one. Need to pull back that Stewart. Puma, they're almost knocked out here. Right from there, Tom needs to retreat! Smokescreen down there, by the way, forcing him to rush through, but sadly he did quite on the far part to make worth of it. We got a Stuart moving in there, still not grabbing the BAR, come on Cruzz. Puma's still moving about though with extremely low health. Cruzz needs to be very careful of that Puma. Other student moving in from the north. Captain moving in. 50 caliber covering the centre. Troops healing up, reinforcing here at base. Still could throw another bazooka on those re-echelons. Those dudes slowly converging around the centre.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
They're guarding it from different points, angles. 50 caliber moving up as well here. Cruzz in a bit of a tough spot here.
Ready to execute.
German infantry setting up for another assault, though taking it from one specific approach. Probably should put up the troops a bit more to minimise the effect of the 50 caliber, which then quickly pulls blocks down a nice chunk of the assault there already. 2 squads sent running, forcing Cruzz to spread out and of course use another path now. Stuart saying about supporting. In the south we got footers what they're moving in, Stuart might move to deal with that, plus a lot of other infantry.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses.
Jaeger's moving ahead.
Being captured.
VAR still lying about there, no one grabbing it, no one using it. Rifleman set running. Puma's setting out as well with its 50mm gun.
A capture point is being overrun.
And there we go, Jaeger's getting shot down there with a 50 caliber. More Jaegers moving up, trying to grenade it. Stood there, we go for the Puma. Grenade assault, there we go. Almost got the Swiss moving up close. Doesn't have munitions for shell shock. Oh dear, oh dear. Bit of mistake there by Dullahan. Stuart knocked out. Where's the other anti-tank support? There goes Stuart moving up. There we go, taking hits from the Puma. Puma veteran too. Stuart taking heavy damage. Rifleman moving up, finding out the Ostwind, but not the Puma. Puma here's the big problem. There we go. Another Stuart down. Rifleman getting slaughtered as well by the Ostwind. Huge turnaround here for Cruzz. He's just knocked out several tanks and a 50 cal, which we can now utilise and turn against Dullahan as well. That was not a well executed element there for Dullahan. And that's definitely going to give Cruzz a chance of making a considerable comeback. Ostwind by the veteran too. They're right here. Cruzz might be sort of pushing up each other. There you go, blitzing away. Would have been silly if he just lost eventually to Ostwind. Needs to grab that 50 caliber and still should grab that BAR. I mean, throwing on the Jaegers for example could help them a lot there. Just find with the bazooka and a pilfered Panzerschreck. Looks like Cruzz lost someone down there. Jaegers going for the car front but quickly forced off the field. Both Puma and Ostwind are now victory too. They're going to get fixed slowly. There we go, grabbing the 50 caliber. Giving Cruzz now some suppressive weaponry here versus Dullahan. This is really going to get tricky, and we got Jaegers out as well. Moving in here to sort of try and keep the rest of the infantry occupied, slowing and stalling them down. Buying more time at the front there. An aggressive move there by Cruzz. Still not picking up that BAR. We got another 50 caliber up here by Dullahan, veteran too. Jaeger sent running. Smoke screen down here.
Overrunning one of our capture points.
Dullahan certainly not taking his opponent lightly, knowing there's plenty of chance of something being waiting there to shoot him down, so he just pops the smoke before he begins shooting. Good move there, good move. Most players tend to be a lot more reactive in the smoke, you know. Once they get shot at, they'll pop it or something like that. They never sort of try and plan it instead of prepare in case there might actually be something there. No one still picked up that BAR, by the way. You'd think it was cursed. Spooky BAR. Cursed. Jaeger sent running there. And there you go, Dullahan has gone for armour here. So right now, he's rushing in his Puma first. So there's a light tank. It is not. Bazooka's got no problem with that.
Sherman ready.
There you go, 50 caliber supporting. Does cause a bit of treat there, maybe a misclick though, since he ended up forcing them all back there. Maybe still you're spraying them out. And pushing them out. Up north force, the best Rifleman. Dullahan still in good control. Moving up through the centre. Ostwind sitting out. Puma back for repairs, what he should be.
Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being
Groups are being caught by the Ostwind, halfway to Veteran T3. Some good hits there, good hits. Sherman arrives. M4A3. Jaeger's pinned down to the ground. Gonna need the Ostwind to clear that out.
We're losing a capture point.
I'm guessing someone took the BAR there. I'm guessing it's the Major actually. So that was, I think, was a bit of a mistake there by ultimately Cruzz there. He could easily benefit, I think, from getting a
AT gun.
BAR then, for example, his Jaegers that really increased the firepower, particularly with a bit of veterancy. Sherman firing away there. Puma moving up. Could probably try and do some damage there. Does not go for the Sherman though with his Puma. Wonder what he's planning there. Still, Cruzz is beginning to push back there against Dullahan now. Gain some ground, there we go. Veterans, if you're in the steel pilots, ends up retreating. Could have popped a concussive grenade. And there you go, getting some pressure. Steel pilots Jaegers together. Need to spread that a bit, there we go. Getting up close and personal. Rather than rush away, Sherman repaired, pulling back. Going for high explosive rounds, just Puma moving down. Desperately trying to grab back some territory and just sort of force Dullahan to maybe extend a bit as well.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Right now I think Cruzz should again either take up, or if he really is concerned about armor, should go for another Puma. At least that's how we have a better chance of dealing with the Sherman. 2 Pumas should be able to deal enough damage to the Sherman to at least sort of keep a bit more careful and even knock it out, possibly. He plays the cards correct, but no, instead Cruzz goes for another Ostwind. I don't know what it is with some scavenge players, they just keep relying on the Ostwind, despite, if they were playing Wehrmacht and had gone for Support, they never go for that many Ostwinds. It's a bit of a strange oddity there, really, to be honest. But there you go, Cruzz has now gone for 2 Ostwinds, instead of trying to take up or go for a Puma or something. Which means if Dullahan gets more Shermans, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Since he's essentially only got a Panzerschreck now, maybe 2 if he gets enough munitions, and a Puma to halt that. Smoke down there. Going through the smoke there, going to gain the rifleman. Bazooka fire there, misses, anti-tank gun moving up there. Sherman fires, but it was a high explosive round, so I believe it failed to penetrate. Another smoke screen already down there for the rifleman. So any concerned about that. Cruzz are gaining back territory. Second Ostwind back closer to the base. Puma being repaired. Halfway to veteran to flee. Increased damage, which is good. Both versus vehicles and infantry, actually, since the Crackshot machine gun gets the boost as well. There, goes straight into the anti-tank gun. 50 caliber opening up as well. Bazooka hit it from the rear, and there we go. Puma is almost knocked out already. 50 caliber getting veterans 1 there. The North Steel Harness Jaegers flanking in here. Concussive grenade would be good, but no sign of that. Instead, just pushing back to the armored cannon. Rather moving to the north, also flying away. And tank cleared up. Good chance here for Cruzz to actually secure it. And turn it against Dullahan. Ostwind needs to pull away though. Oh dear. Too slow there. Lost his veteran to the Ostwind. A huge blow there. 2 Cruzz Puma moving in despite not having been repaired. Forces back the Shermans to grab that anti-tank gun on the spot. Another Sherman on the way there for Dullahan. That's definitely got to mean that anti-tank gun will be most needed. Puma being repaired. Jaeger's creeping about there. Sherman getting off as many shots as he can. Halfway to veteran to 2. Veteran 250 moving out. Ostwind got Puma moving in. Be careful. Still has to recruit the anti-tank gun. Almost got the 50 caliber, there we go, wrapping up the bazookas and BARs, there we go, machine gun there cleared out, smoke screen down here from the Sherman, another Sherman moving forward. A lot of smokes there from Dullahan. Dullahan is, I think, one of the better players when it actually comes to using smoke overall, and certainly for some players where to get an idea, they think they should try and watch Dullahan. And really when it just comes to using smoke, I think in most sort of matches I've seen, he just tends to use it far ahead of any other player, and certainly tries to put the most thought into it. I mean, that's definitely impressive here. Of course, it also means, maybe he's using it wrongly, but he's definitely trying out sort of different methods, trying to get the most out of the smoke, and thus to get the best sense of using smoke. So, I mean, that's really impressive, and certainly something I wish more players would do, really.
Send your orders.
So, Cruzz having bit forced back.
Point is being overrun.
Troops reinforcing, Academy on the way, Puma fixed up, but he's basically lost both of his Ostwinds. And he doesn't quite have the reason. I mean, he could go for another Puma just to help with the Shermans. That'd probably be his best bet. But he's basically lost out on so many opportunities by now. The BAR, the anti-tank gun. Next tier tech, just to go for another Ostwind, or even go for one in the first place. Got veteran to flee on the Puma. That's good. Oh dear, rushing in the Puma. Maybe a misclick. Ah, dear. And we got aim shot. They almost got the Sherman. One more hit. Can he get it? Other Sherman might move in. There we go. Sherman down, knocked out by the Puma. Sherman that gets rear penetrating the Puma down to half health, but still veterans to flee. Almost at 2-4, which could give more range. Which would be even better. Of course, at 2-5 would certainly also help a bit, but Veteran 4 really would benefit. Cruzz, they need to get repaired. Anti-tank guns on the way there again. Cruzz either just ignoring it or just deciding it's not worth it. Do you think that was a mistake? I really would have helped him versus some of those Germans. Would have forced Dullahan to be more careful about some of the movement. Rushing in the Puma, though, he's going after the Sherman. Oh, dear. Low on health there. Cruzz is really pushing his luck. We got Rifleman McCaptain flanking in there. Couldn't see, try and rush the Puma, knock it out. Lots of grenades there. Sturmpanzers, Jägers forced back. Up north, Kedma being flanked by the Major. I call that a major surprise. Shut up, Major. Alright. 5th Cavalry firing away, closing on Veteran 2. Captain Jones trying to force his way through, but it's not quite succeeding. More Shermans are the way there for Dullahan. Cruzz is just struggling. Should go for another Puma, I think. There's all the Shermans. Bit south movement there as well. No replacement Sturmpanzers for the ones lost. Others are closing Veteran 4. No, he goes for another Ostwind. Oh dear. 50 cover versus 50 cover. We got Veteran 2 here, increasing its suppression. I'm just actually allowing to set up now. Which isn't a bad thing either, in particular since it works quite well in buildings. Sherman sending out there, closing in Veteran 2-1. Jägers flying away there, Veteran 2-2. Almost got the 50 cover there. The marksman should have Ostwind moving in as well. I mean, another 50 caliber wouldn't be bad either for Cruzz, which only going to help versus some old Dullahan's infantry and force them to use more smoke and less munitions on that. Puma moving ahead, infantry Raketenwerfers. There you go, shot 5, it bounces off the sloped armour there of the Sherman. The Puma's gun was essentially the same as the Panzer III. This 50mm with some penetration, though rather struggled there with the frontal armour of most medium tanks. But then again, it wasn't meant to really engage tanks. Mostly meant for dealing with other armoured cars and basically having the advantage. There we go, Veteran for increased range. Smoke screen down, no. Negating the Puma's range quite nicely there, actually, allowing him to move up further troops as well, also negating the, everything else, 50 calibers like Raketenwerfer. Very good use there, though he doesn't quite take the advantage to sort of rush through. We've got forces flanking in. No puncher shake there, instead just leaving themselves out in the open. Infantry there should either spread out or lay down some more smoke screen. There you go, coming under fire from the 50 caliber. Was a bit too slow there, needs to smoke. Almost got the full gun, it's anti-tank and supporting. Ostwind moving in from the north. Rather than a really nasty position. There you go, smoke screen there, but against the Ostwind, interesting enough, not against the 50 caliber. Of course, it might be intended to use the Sherman to lay down the smoke screen there instead. Troops suppressed. Oh, smoke screen there from the Sherman, good work. Again, there's lots of smoke there from Dullahan, negating a lot of the range there of Cruzz's weaponry. Sherman there, almost knocked out. There we go, kaput. Good work. No. Oh. And the Puma gets knocked out. A devastating blow there to Cruzz. I'm guessing that was a misclick or something there, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense there for him to just rush the Puma in there like it was a tank. 50 caliber there, closing in slowly on Veteran 2-3. Jägers moving up support. Other 50 caliber there manned by Jägers as well. 50 anti-tank crew there getting shredded. Might be able to capture it. Victory points while the Cruzz is falling behind here. He's actually lost the north there. Dullahan, 2 Cruzz's infantry breaking through there through sheer perseverance. Unit wiped out there. On retreat, anti-tank gun secured. Finally, Cruzz gets it. Now it's got several anti-tank guns plus machine guns. Now Cruzz is actually much better sort of armed for fighting Dullahan and the Americans over the 5th Armoured. Of course, the 5th Armoured can always just get more Shermans. Almost got the munitions cast there, though I think that one has actually paid off quite nicely for Dullahan. Bazooka flying in against the Ostwind. Anti-tank gun pulling back a bit. Rifleman reactions grabbing territory up in the north here. Sergeant Müller finds himself under fire here from the Major, the good Major. Rifleman reactions flanking in there, right behind the 50 cavalry to turn about there. Ostwind here in a bit of trouble in the centre. Anti-tank here firing right at the Sherman. But there you go, the flank continues. 50 cavalry not respond. One has been cleared out here. This is quickly turning devastating there from Cruzz. Oh, he's going to lose both 50 calibers. Oh dear, Ostwind in a bad situation. Got Pearson moving up there, bazookas and Panchershek. Main gun destroyed. An absolute disaster there. An excellent flank here by Dullahan against Cruzz. His forces not able to deliver the firepower to halt it. His Ostwind left burning. Absolute carnage here. The Puma still smokes away. Knocking out like Raketenwerfer just in case. Anti-tank gun trying to escape, but Sand's going to come under fire from the rifleman as well. quick moving up. There we go.
Ready for action.
More rifling for Dullahan. Cruzz is basically without options here. 50 caliber crude. Back in the hands of its original owners. There you go. Jaegers desperately trying to go in, and instead they end up dead as well.
The enemy is overrunning
Corpses
one of our
tumbling
capture
over.
points.
Crashing blow there to Cruzz. And the 130th Panzeraufklärungsabteilung. North troops getting ground there. Sherman sending out again with another Sherman on the way there for Dullahan. He can just, oh, he actually goes for Jackson now. Is he perhaps worried that Cruzz might be hiding something under his sleeve there? Bit surprising there. It's not like Cruzz can get anything, you know, that actually requires a Jackson to penetrate its armour. And the Sherman will pretty much do all the work, plus of course deal with infantry, which is basically what Cruzz's force is primarily composed of. Grenade assault there against the Puma wreck. Doesn't do anything except blow up the wreck. Anti-tank gun there taken back by the Jaegers. We've got the 50 cover there sniping away at the crew. Nearby Sturmpanzer being suppressed. I actually got you before. Nice job there. And they're going to tank and Cruzz just annihilated in a matter of moments. Jaegers not having the best day either. Sherman moving up to support. Riflemen with bazookas and VARs just laying down a murder storm of death. There go grenades off as well. Ooh, almost got the Jaegers.
Under attack.
Looks like something got right. I'm guessing a Jaeger squad.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
There you go, M36 Jackson arrives here for Dullahan and the 5th Armoured. And another Puma for Cruzz. Just think it's a bit too late now. It'll work better with the first one. Is it now? He's got very limited options again against Dullahan's much larger and, well, much better equipped force. And there you go, GG from Cruzz, GG from Dullahan. Game over. A loss here for Cruzz, a loss for Germany. A victory for the United States of America and for Dullahan. And his, rather I say, excellent smoke usage, but also, yes, some aggressive play there, but also I think an interesting strategy just focus around upgrading the infantry as quickly as possible, getting munitions carriers to support them, and then just using the infantry here and there, making good use of BARs, bazookas, and smoke and grenades to sort of just dominate things in most engagements there. And problem is, I think Cruzz was just sort of not quite so sure what to do with it, just sort of played like he would against any average American player. Instead, he just suffered heavily, because again, most German Orbital Command West infantry to some extent struggles against upgrading infantry. I mean, the best choice might be the Sturmpanzer beam, and then they have an issue. They just veterans you up too slowly to sort of get any good spot there. And then, of course, when he then got stuck here in the first two tiers, he basically left himself without any sort of serious option really dealing with him. Again, would have been Obersoldaten. I mean, really, in that sense, the Obersoldaten were the best choice for Cruzz, but he never went there because he couldn't take up. He kept calling in Ostfinns in the hopes that they would somehow turn around the time, and they just wouldn't. So with that, essentially, Cruzz rather sealed his fate and rather end up taking a lot of damage there from Dullahan, where we'll again make good use of smoke, armour, infantry, and so on. Stuart's well, it's nice to use that, but I think he rather sort of used it a bit mishandedly there right in their final engagement. He could have used his doctrine a bit more, but overall, I would say well played there by Dullahan. Cruzz alright, but again, strategically, it wasn't quite as sound there and rather had some flaws there, which Dullahan was easily able to exploit there, so that rather didn't help out. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you different matches. If it did, why not subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. And this is Imperial Link saying cheers. Thank you all for watching, and hope your person like as well actually come to think of it. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. This is Imperial Link saying cheers.